Hello guys, good morning all the way from Ghana, West Africa. This is Ace Imagery and I'm back with another tutorial. In this tutorial, I'll be taking you guys through my retouching process, right? Beginning with blemishes removal, frequency separation, dodge and burn, color grading, and enhancement, generally retouching. This image was taken by Amazing Clef, and it was part of the images he put out for his retouching challenge for April, March/April year 2023. And I just want to use this, to teach you guys my process. So without wasting much of our time, let's take a deep dive. To begin with is to actually duplicate my background layer, and to do that I will just drag the background layer to this plus button down here, just like that, and you have it duplicated. Going further, the next thing I want to do is to clean up the blemishes on her skin. See all these little blemishes on her skin, right? Now there are two ways to go about cleaning up blemishes on the skin of your model or your subject. You can either use the clone stamp tool or the patch tool. This is the clone stamp tool here. This is the clone stamp tool, and this is the patch tool here. But what I prefer to use whenever I am retouching is the frequency separation. I love to use the frequency separation to clean up blemishes on my model's skin. For me, I find it more seamless, more neat, and all. I'll drop another video on how to use frequency separation here to clean up blemishes on your model's skin. But for the sake of this tutorial, I'll use the patch tool. Let me use this patch tool for the sake of this tutorial. So I have my background layer selected, the one on top here, and I'll just come over here, select this and move. I'll select like this and then move to where I have a cleaner skin section. Move, select like this and move. Come over here, select like this and move. Please make sure you watch my blemishes removal using frequency separation, because there are lots of secrets in that video that I shared, which I may not really have the time to go into in this very video. But in that video there are lots of secrets in that video, so please make sure to watch that video. I'll have the link dropped somewhere in this video so that you can just click on that link and then also go and see that video. So this is how you remove the blemishes on your subject's skin using the patch tool. So to go further, the next thing I want to do is to run my frequency separation action. I love this frequency separation action from Retouch Pro here. I love it so much. It gives me what I want on all my images. Other people use Retouch Academy and all, but then you just have to find what is good for you and stick to it, right? So I just hit that, and then it runs the frequency separation action for me. Before now, I used to run all of this manually and all, and it used to take time. But then with this, just in split seconds run the actions for me. So I'll just close this right here, and now inside the frequency separation folder, as you can see, this is the frequency separation folder. I could actually change the colors of this folder and give it red. So this is my frequency separation folder. Now inside this folder I have two layers. Excuse me, I have the high frequency layer and the low frequency layer. And so to perfectly carry out the frequency separation, you will want to off this layer. As you can see, the image is looking blurry. Turn it on, it becomes sharp. Turn it off, the image becomes blurry again. So the next thing you want to do is get your mixer brush tool, come over here, select the mixer brush tool, and then proceed over to this section, select the clean brush, have this box ticked. There's a box here. As you can see, this has taken the clean brush off, right? So you come back here, select the clean brush, and then select this option, turn this off and select this option, and then with the clean brush you're good to go. Next is to set the ratios set the amount for your wet brush. Mine is set to 30, my load is set to 30, mix is set to 90, flow is set to 100, and that's it for me. And then I come back here and select the low frequency layer, and the next thing I want to do is to also come over here and select a soft round brush. Yeah, I select the soft round brush. It's better because it helps the edges and everything stand out well. The next thing I want to do is increase the size of my brush, and to do that you just need to hit the open and close bracket button to reduce and the close bracket button to increase the size of your brush. Now you just, at this point, you need to start painting, and while painting just make sure you take it easy. Now another secret with this is that you want to be careful with how you paint, so you don't paint the highlights into the shadows and the shadows into the highlights. So for me, I love to paint the highlights separately and then the shadows separately as well, just like you can see in this video. Yeah, now these are the highlights in this video. Let me paint over here a little too. I make sure I don't paint the highlights into the shadows or the shadows into the highlights. I paint them separately, right? Just like I'm doing over her eyes right now. I am maintaining the shadows and I'm also maintaining the highlights. Paint over this highlight here, or on her cheek, over the highlight on her cheek. I would love to paint over that part separately, and so I'll just come over here. And let's see what we've done so far. These are before, these are after. Yeah, so these are our before and after, before and after, before and after. You can see that the highlights are maintained, the shadows are maintained. When you look at this side around her eyes, and this side to here where you have little of shadows here, you can see that I didn't lose those details while I was painting. Yeah, so that's how to actually run a frequency separation. So for the sake of this tutorial, I may want to fasten up this process. This is our before and this is our after. Let me zoom in a little bit on this image. This is our before, this is our after, or before and after. If you can notice around this part here where she has this scar on her skin, I didn't take that scar out. Rather, what I did was I blended it. Yes, in the tutorial I posted on how to take off blemishes with frequency separation. I explained how to, you know, blend in skin tones, especially where you have marks and scars on the skin of your subject. So this is our before. As you can see, it was looking darker, right? And this is our after. And if you notice the highlights around this section here, I maintained the highlights around this section here. All right, the shadows around here are all maintained, just like you have in the image before and after. And so you want to maintain all this because these are pictures are actually made up of dark and light shades, right? Yeah, the dark and light shades, so they actually make up, you know, a good image here. The next thing I want to do is to create a stamp visible layer that is to bring out this image out of this frequency separation, to bring it out so that it can stand on its own for you to do whatever you want to do on this image. So to do that, all you need to do is on your MacBook, hit your command, your options and shift button and hit E. On Windows, all you need to do is hit your control, alternate, shift and the E button on your keyboard, and it will create the stamp visible layer for you. So with all of this, I could just group this into this folder right here. So you can see I have my stamp visible layer. Whatever I do on this layer will not affect what I have in this group, which is my frequency separation, right? So even if I turn off this, and this will still give me my before and after.